We're so excited today. We have Elgie Bright, Automotive Department Chair of Northwood University.
This is Amplify, a retail automotive podcast brought to you by Reuters Events and ASOTU. It's time to make the most innovative voices in retail automotive louder.
Elgie, it is so nice to be here with you in person, face to face.
I appreciate it. It is so nice to be with you and the team.
There we go.
It's a good day.
Got cameras everywhere, mics everywhere, ready to
If you're
go.
only listening and you're not watching, I hope you can hear the smiles. Because right now, we got a lot of smiles going on at this table.
I love it.
Okay, Automotive Department Chair of Northwood University. Tell us what Northwood University does and what your role is.
So Northwood University is a business school, but we have one of the only and the premier automotive marketing and management school in North America. And I say that the students are getting a BBA, so it's a 4-year degree. So it's not just automotive training, it's a business school where you can get economics, finance, business administration, and these students have come to Northwood to major in the automotive marketing or management curriculum.
Now, where are most of the students that are coming through? What's the trajectory for them? Where? Because I've seen, as I've followed Northwood, I've seen a few come out and graduate and move into roles in automotive. But what are some of the trajectories that they're mapping to in the industry?
So students come from dealer families, anecdotally 50% from dealer families going back to dealer families, or are coming because we have the world's largest student-run auto show in the world, and they discovered us through looking for automotive schools, and they may go to a retail automotive, but they may go corporate, they may go to a startup, they may go to one of the many vendors that they see out at NADA. Because they're all employers. And so, just like anybody else that's going to another private or state school, they come to our career fair to employ. The students that come from dealer families, of course, they're connected in a unique way.
Yeah.
We like to say that we got 25% of NADA either through investment or management that have, touched our school.
Wow, that's incredible. One of the things that we talk a lot about is how do we bring more people into the industry at a younger age, right? That they didn't just stumble on it because they wanted to get out of their serving job or anything like that. And this is the opportunity to provide a really, really clear career path.
Sure.
What are you all doing, and how can the industry come alongside Northwood to bring visibility to, hey, this is a career option and an education option?
Well, I think one of the things that we're going to be intentional about is to tell our story to a wider audience. I mean, that's just something that, that we want to do. Our president, Dr. Kent McDonald, it's been there 4 years now. It's just tremendous leadership, but we're going to get intentional about telling our story. We've been intentionally small for a long time. I mean, everybody's got an infrastructure, including dealerships. Some can be big publics, some can be small, rural, take care of their communities. But we're going to get intentional about storytelling and tell the story of the opportunities that are available in retail or retail-facing opportunities. And we think the more that we tell that story, that the wider the net will be cast.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
We've been talking quite a bit lately about the layoffs going on, and this is in the major news networks, right?
Sure.
As well as us talking about the tech companies laying off. And even if you were to ask students and graduating students just like 3 years ago, what are the top companies that you want to go into? You'd see a lot of Googles and Facebooks and right, all the digital tech companies, and now they're not there anymore.
Sure.
Or they've moved significantly down on the list. And automotive seems to be doing its own thing.
Yeah.
Right? It's a little bit of an opposite narrative.
Yeah. Well, the great thing about automotive, though, is it's entrepreneurial.
Yes.
So whether you want to go to an existing retail or you say, somewhere out there, I see myself as a dealer.
Right.
Or you want to do one of the many startups that have happened. Hey, I listened to you guys' story this morning in one of your sessions. I mean, there are so many different paths, you get to NADA, and I just use that as an example. You probably didn't think about a car wash or a 360 photography company.
Yes.
And yet students see that it's more than just the dealership itself, although that's the linchpin. I mean, nothing happens until you
That's
sell or
right.
service a vehicle.
Right.
But there are just so many different opportunities around the retail space,
Well, yeah,
including the manufacturer.
You've got retail
Yes.
on the sales and service side. You've got technology, manufacturing, business management, accounting, finance, like literally manufacturing, right? You want to work with your hands. That's an opportunity in the automotive industry. It's so broad that, and not just that, but we see so many people these dealer families, right? They intentionally put their kids into multiple
All
spots
the
in
different
the
areas.
dealership.
The good ones do.
Because you can move across different avenues.
In a month, I'll be at the NIADA conference. So there's a used car and remarketing. There's also we have the only degree in the country is aftermarket marketing, aftermarket management. So you think of it in terms of the suppliers or the independent aftermarket, the Pep Boys of the world and the O'Reillys. Those are those parts concerns.
Never thought about that.
That's
Like,
a part of auto too.
It is
Yeah.
the aftermarket. Like, we don't get into that world a lot. I mean, we probably buy stuff in the aftermarket for our vehicles.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Racing.
That's a whole other.
That's
Well,
a whole thing.
So we go to Apex SEMA and on our board.
We're gonna go with you this year. I think
coming.
That
We're
was on our
coming.
list, and
You
last
take
year.
us around, okay?
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Let me ask you a question about the incoming generation.
Yes.
Right. So I think like we've had our fill of talking about millennials for the last 10 to 15 years. Right.
Everybody.
Gen Z is coming in hot. You get most of the people that come through your program are just starting in their career. Correct.
That's right. 18 to 22 years old.
All right. Give us the skinny. You spend a lot of time with them. You recruit them. You train them. You send them out. You find them jobs. You get a feel for their attitude. You get a feel for their work ethic. Give us the rundown.
Well, I love them. I mean, they're spirited. It is different than a generation ago, but it's just like sports. I mean, you look at sports in the 70s and 80s. It was different coaching. It was different styles. I mean, these students want to bring their best self to work every day. They want to bring their personalities. They want to bring, a new way of looking at things, and it's refreshing. For me, as an old guy. To see these young people that are so excited about not only this industry, but how can I be the best version of myself coming to work every day? How can I exhibit some of the things that we've always talked about? Empathy, the customer experience. How can I come up with new ways? And different than me, they are steeped in technology. They've always had a cell phone. They've always had a computer.
As my kids get older, I'm growingly
thing.
aware of how good they are with
Yes.
technology.
Yes, and so they know that data is the currency, and they're good at data, but they're also
They don't need to go to any automotive conference to learn that
No,
digital is important, that
they
data is important, and that content is
They would
important.
actually look at you crooked if you suggested anything. That didn't
Anything
have it in
otherwise.
there.
Yes,
Right, they'd be like-
exactly.
and I'm
Like in the olden days, right?
right. I'm the guy that's handing them my phone.
Right.
Help me.
Hi, can you fix that? And they're like, oh yeah, here, just all you have to do
That's
is
right.
I'm well into that. So tell us about, you have a graduating class, an outgoing class, right? It's May, so
Yes.
I don't know, has graduation happened yet? this year?
Graduation happened a week ago, and so these students are.
Tell us where they're going.
They're going to the big dealer groups. They're going to Hendricks and Penske and Flo and LaFontaine and Number One Cochran. But they're also going to the OEMs. They're going to General Motors. They're going to Cox Automotive, CDK, Reynolds and Reynolds.
Wow. Gosh.
I saw one young
Injecting
lady's going to
energy
OnStar.
everywhere.
Yeah, they're going to OnStar. I mean, they just a career fair for us, even as a small university, brings 120 companies that are in the automotive space,
Trying to get that talent.
looking for our students. I this is a little bit of a humble brag, but to see the private planes come up and looking for
Your people. That's
looking for
great.
our people. Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
amazing.
Well, listen, it is always great to hear about the work that you're doing. Thank you so much for joining us. We're following along. We need you to highlight the best and the brightest.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate this.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Amplify podcast, brought to you by Reuters Events and ASOTU. For more engaging episodes like this, subscribe or follow on your favorite podcast platform. You can learn more about our hosts, Paul J. Daly and Cal Mountsier, by visiting ASOTU.com.